going to be going down to the flats. There's a yard down there where they hold they got a bunch of construction equipment and stuff like that. There's railway tracks to go in the back, and there's an M62 military record, about 1955.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah, and we're heading over this morning. He's going to be over this grain truck. We got to cut tree out of the way and move a bunch of stuff. I heard about this truck about 20 years ago from a guy who's an engineer on a train, and he was shunting cars back and forth behind, and he said he saw this thing in the bush. He told me about it.
Like I did the other one.
Okay.
And then we'll cut this one back there, and I can
Sure.
just pull that whole log out.
Went through all the moss. It makes for good camouflage.
It does. The guys over there think, what army truck?
Yeah, the one that's been here for 25 years. You want to grab the clippers? We'll knock these branches out of the way.
Yeah.
I wanted to do recovery and stuff. Oh yeah. And that they had a diesel one. It was, what was it? I think it was the 70s.
So where are you figuring it? See how skilled he is with one of these.
Well, he had the mini bar.
Good snap.
Won't hurt the truck.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you can give it
Pull it down,
Okay, hang on, I can put weight on it. Hang on. I'm gonna put some weight on it.
Good. Okay, down more.
That's just in respect for the guy.
Oh, no, 100%. No, you don't want to fucking stagnation. What I know of and what he got, when he got it is he had bought it from the military. It was something that was probably on a base. It was, they were liquidating, just clearing stuff off. He bought it because he owned a piece of property up in Whistler. He wanted to build a cabin, but it was up kind of a crappy road. Basically, he bought it, he serviced it, he drove it up to Whistler, to where the cabin was, and he would go up like on weekends, and he built himself a nice big cabin up in Whistler. And then once he was done, he brought it down, and there it was parked. And it sat there for, well, we're figuring, it's really hard to say, we're figuring probably 30 years anyway, parked just sitting there. Because the truck's only got 669 miles on it.
No, I'm still tempted to see if those batteries have a charge too. She'll start it up there.
Right where you're standing, about 14,000 pounds. Up 15.
Okay, you want to get in and steer? Oh, was I supposed to take my foot off the brake? I'm working the gas pedal, but wasn't making.
The boom was turning, Dad. You hit the trailer?
You hit the trailer?
Yeah, it was dragging the trailer. Yeah, you ripped the door.
This boom section here was added on from when the guy was just building his cabin, because that's actually a fair. You only got a one-stage boom on the actual truck. So I guess building he'll come out so far, but I guess building his cabin in order to get like the beams or whatever he did for the roof, he had to make up this boom section. So this isn't part of it.
Okay.
We'll take it, but you know, we'll see. These records came out in 1955. They had records before that. They had the Diamond T and other ones like that. But when they brought these ones out, and that they were a little bit more heavy duty, and they had like a crane, what they call a rotator. If you ever watch, you know, Highway Through Hell, you know, everybody's, oh, we got a rotator. Well, they had rotators on records back in the 50s, so you know, you ain't that special, buddy. You know, just you guys are just a little bit bigger. There's lots of old cars and trucks and crap like that out there, but I want the military stuff. So now you got to do the safari. You got to hunt for it. First off, you got to start digging up info. Find out what logging outfits were up there, who was up there, what years were they up there, all that. Like when I go out, I do usually probably about a month research. I talk to old loggers. They're the best ones to talk to, you know? You give them a little Mickey of whiskey and they'll tell you any story you want to hear, right? Even about their mom. There was one guy I was talking to, he said up in Port Douglas, there's an area where you walk along and all of a sudden you'll hear this thump, thump, and be like, what the hell is that? You look down. He said he looked down and he kicked some gravel aside and he saw yellow. I said, oh, what the hell is that? So he started kicking around. What it was the top of cab of a D8 cab. See, what happens is like, with a lot of these Jippo guys, they'll buy the machines, they've been used and abused, right? And they'll grab machines like out of the 40s to 50s, stuff like that. They use them, and when they break down, well, it costs more to drag them out than what they're worth. So what they do is they dig a hole and they bury them. And this is what they call them, castaways and stuff like that. Well, those are the ones you want to find. A lot of your logging equipment was based on military undercarriages. Trucks, you know, like even your Bren gun carriers. There's supposed to be a couple up in Harrison, up at the top of the mountains. And what they're doing is they cut all the back armor off and they use them for hauling shake blocks. See if he cuts the boom off and lights the cell phone. For Neptune bulk terminal? Well, like it when the plant comes together, right? Good.
On this, she says, but she does everything I want her to do.
Yeah. No, this one's gonna find us.
I can't even pick up that fucking hammer.
Yeah.
The operator, you have to see what he's doing. unfortunately, I've been in heavy industry for years. I'm able to do to a leg, to a body. Why he brings the midget stump.
There we go.
So how did you get involved with the whole military vehicle collecting?
Oh, it's been kind of just running through the family. Grandpa was through World War II, and Dad, he did the reserves, and basically it's just kind of been there. He's always had a thing for it. You buy one, then you get what they call the green disease, and then you just keep buying more and more military trucks. So kept going, and then eventually it's probably 14 when I got my first army truck.
Really, 14?
Yep.
Oh, and was that one of the ones you have now still, or is
Yep.
it? Okay.
I still have that one, and then just kind of started picking up more and more, and hopefully it'll just keep carrying on.
As the military vehicles get bigger, your recovery vehicle's got to be bigger than it. You know, that's why, like, say, the recovery tank, like, you know, when you watch them on TV or like on YouTube and stuff, you see they got 2 bulldozers hooked with a whole bunch of slings, you know, and then you got snatch blocks, all kind of stuff. Well, this recovery went real nice. No catastrophes. Playing with the chainsaw, no one lost an arm or leg or anything like that. And with a little bit of yanking and pulling with the other truck, we got it out. It came out without a little bit of effort, not a hell of a lot, but it was good. And now that we've got it here in the yard, first thing to do is going to be pressure wash it, clean everything right up, and then just see exactly what we got underneath. Then start making a list of the parts that we need for it. And that, I've got a bunch of it, but we'll see what else we need. And then it's just going to be a matter of just start working on it, start getting it done and get it all fixed up. Well, what I'd like to do is restore this right up, everything done, and then use it to recover military vehicles. You know, use it for what it was designed for. I mean, we can go up in the bush, find deuce and a halves and stuff like that they used out there and whatnot, and do the recovery. I mean, they're not worth a lot, but it's an adventure, it's a challenge. It's something to do. It's like, I wanted to stick with World War II, but up here in this area and in Canada, you take what you get. You cannot be particular. You're just going to end up going home with fuck all every time.